I was so excited about this topic. I've been collecting pet peeves my whole life. I'm 73 years old and I am a peevish old woman. And at the heart of it is, I think the world would be a better place if everybody acted the way I think they should act. So I immediately came up with a long list of pet peeves. And I realized that I only had 5 minutes. So I was going to have to pick my pet peeves and put away the pettier pet peeves. So I would say my biggest pet peeve is people who talk loudly on cell phones in public places where other people have to listen to them. It drives me insane. And I'm of the opinion that if you see something, say something, you know, so I don't just let it go necessarily. And I came into a restaurant recently, hadn't been there before. It was a nice quiet morning. I love going out to breakfast by myself. I do the crossword puzzle, I read the paper, they bring me coffee, it's lovely. But there was a young man sitting at a table talking very loudly on the cell phone. And so I moved to the farthest table, and I said to the server, oh, that's one of my pet peeves. She says, what? I said, people talking loudly on the cell phone. She says, oh, I didn't notice. I said, well, he's talking about wiping his ass, you know? That's not what you want to hear in the morning. Well, our conversation was quiet, and it was light, but he could see me talking to her, and he figured out I was talking about him. So the next thing he says on his cell phone, very loudly, is, I'm not going to be intimidated by any white-haired motherfuckers! So I call out in my cheeriest voice, isn't that nice? Good morning, everyone. And there was a white-haired lady right across, and she looked at me and I said, oh, I'm sorry. And she says, oh, no, you're good. And you know, you always think afterwards of what else you could have said. What I should have said was, it's too bad your grandma's not here. She'd be so proud of her baby. But my worst thing is speakerphones. Why would people have the nerve to turn on their speakerphone? So I was in a delicatessen, and there's this man. He's got his laptop up, and he's talking very loudly. So I go over and I say very nicely, would you mind turning off the speakerphone? And he says, it's my grandkids. Now, nobody loves kids more than me, but I said, I don't care, take it outside. So I was with my sister sometime after that, we're out to lunch, and she gets a FaceTime call from her grandkids, and she wants to take it. But I said, no, you have to be consistent. So, you know, I've been thinking, especially when I started to prepare this, that I really need to let go of some of these pet peeves. Because it's not healthy. You know, my blood pressure goes crazy. And certainly, in this day and age, we have much bigger things to worry about. So I'm going to work on letting go of some pet peeves. And if you do this topic again in a year, hopefully I'll have nothing to say. But the odds are, I'll have plenty to say.